As fall settles in on Stockholm, there is one thing you can be sure of. The Stockholm International Film Festival is about to start. For 21 years, the festival has brought forward the stars of tomorrow and celebrated the legends of the film industry. Last night, the festival opened with a star-studded gala filled to the brim with people anxious to see the opening film, Heartbeats, by Xavier Dolan, another 21-year-old.
I'm doing movies because I can't do anything else. It's just that I don't have a choice, because if I'm not shooting, I'm waiting. I'm just standing by, sitting on my ass, home, and people don't employ me as an actor. So I do it because I know that I will be very unhappy if I don't, and I don't want to be unhappy.
Stringe il cuor bang bang, rivedo te bang bang, che spari a me bang bang, quel suono sai bang bang, non lo scorderò mai.
Well, the best thing about Stockholm Film Festival is, of course, the films, and to make films available for a lot of people, maybe films that are not so economically dependent on the big business. So for underground films, and to put focus on filmmakers that otherwise wouldn't make it.
I know that I want to see Beautiful and Ned.
Heartbeats, the one that I'm going to look now, the premiere film.
Mostly This Is England '86. I had the good fortune of meeting Shane Meadows, who's the director for the first one and the second one. And I loved his first movie, and I told him that at last year's festival. And he told me about this one that they're showing at the festival this year, so I'm really excited to see it. I really want to see it.
Beautiful by Inarito. I can't wait.
All right, now I think I have to cut this 35 millimeter thing. I would rather use it in my next film because it's very expensive, but I'll use it for that. They do not improvise. They have freedom of suggesting things in their acting or in their, it's a responding game. We're playing together, but it's very scripted. And it's never improvisation during the scene. It's like just before, we're gonna have a rehearsal and we're gonna be like, oh, maybe we should add this, but it's gonna be like 2 minutes before we shoot. Like there's a scene in Heartbeats where everything has been literally written just before the scene.
I like to work with someone who I trust really well. And with Xavier, it gave me like a creative part, also like a liberty of creation. So it was pretty easy, and it's an experiment that we're gonna do, I think, more and more. I think it trusts me. And we have this also because we have this close relationship. So we don't have to speak that much when he directs me. Because we are always together outside of the set and in life generally. So we know the same film, we like the same actors, we admire the same creators. So we have the same way of thinking, acting, art, and everything. So it's a matter of like when I was playing a scene and he told me like, okay, think of that actress in that movie, you know, that scene that we saw last week, you know, and I was like, yeah. I think it's a pretty good portrait of our generation about sex, tenderness, love, or what is around love itself, you know, like waiting, expectation, also like rejection.
Heartbreaker, that's you.
Film icon and eternal rebel Dennis Hopper tragically passed away in May. This year's festival is dedicated to him and the unforgettable mark he left on the festival when he visited us in 1991.
So you don't mind being typecast for evil
hopefully, like, you know, someday, if I live long enough, I'll be able to play other roles. But right at the moment, they're good acting roles. They really are.
Baby wants to fuck. Get ready to fuck!
For me to say I'm not going to do that, I find that really an elitist kind of weirdness that I don't want my kids to see that movie. It's a movie. I mean, it's not like, you know, hopefully they can distinguish that that's not me. Dad, why are you sniffing that stuff, you know, and looking at that woman's pussy, you know? Well, son, it was in the script. I mean, I don't know what to say to this, you know, but I'm not embarrassed by this.